guys, I wanted to make something this morning. Have a few subjects I wanted to talk about. uh, First of all, I wanted to say something to a buddy of mine. Actually, he's probably one of the closest friends I have. He is not a Jehovah's Witness. He never was. But he was always very patient with me when I was. And anyway, I've known this guy since I was like 17. But he told me the other day, he said, you were obsessed with Jehovah's Witnesses when you were one, and you're even more obsessed with them now, you know? And I told him I understood his point. You know, that doesn't make me mad. I get why somebody would think that. But any ex-Jehovah's Witnesses would understand why we do what we do. You know, there's still people in there that we love. We preached for years and years something that we thought was the truth. It turned out to not be, and so we're kind of redeeming ourselves. At least that's how I feel. I don't know if that's how you guys feel or not, but I just wanted to mention that. He knows who he is. I'm just kidding. Anyway, I wanted you to do some research on another person. All these people have weird names, but this is an archaeologist named Elat Mazar, quoted in the God's Word for Us through Jeremiah book on page 55. Now, if you look at page 55, I have the physical book with me. I didn't know we still had one in our arsenal, but we did at home. So if you look at page 55, and of course you can do it online, it's got this little brown box, and it's talking about how she found, her name is Elat, E-I-L-A-T, M-A-Z-A-R. But she found these, she unearthed a small clay impression, it says, or a bula, B-U-L-L-A. It was found in 2005 during a supervised excavation of a layer dating back to when Jerusalem was destroyed in 607 BCE. And then it goes on to talk about how it has Isaiah's name on it and things like that. Now, this is quoting Elat Mazar. Now, if you go back, or if you go online and look her up, that whole story is true except for one thing. She says over and over and over in her papers that Jerusalem fell in 586, not 607. So in this article, where it says, and of course I closed the book like I always did when I was a Jehovah's Witness too. This article says, archaeologist Elat Mazar reports unearthing a small clay impression or a bula. It was found in 2005 during Jerusalem was destroyed in 607 BC. Well, she never says that. She says 586. It's a complete misconception of what she said, a purposeful one, because she says 586 in her article over and over, but they just conveniently turned it to 607. Well, why does that matter? Well, we've talked about it, and a lot of other videos have talked about why it matters. We know why it matters, because it messes up the whole religion. It messes up the whole 1914, 1919, all these years that are set in stone are completely debunked by that 607 not being true. But anyway, another thing is I saw some JWs at a cart yesterday. It was the first time I've seen them this year. And it was kind of surreal. I grabbed my Bible. I wanted to go do a cart crash, but the only reason I don't do one is because my parents and my brother, they're still here. And it's like I don't want to embarrass them. You know, it'll go back into the congregation and it'll be like, oh, wait, you know, I almost said his name. So-and-so's brother, so-and-so's son, you know, he's an apostate. And I wanted to do something at one of the conventions too. I even have signs made up, but I'm just too chicken to do it because my dad and my cousins and everybody's going to be walking right past these people I love, and I just don't want to embarrass them like that. Like, I'm thinking about doing it at. There's a Spanish convention here. They rent this Coliseum kind of place, and they have about 4 conventions in it, and a couple of Spanish and English. So I might just do one of the ones that they are not at. But I don't know. Give me your thoughts.